Torah Mem-Hey, Likutei Moharan. We're dedicating the Shiur Leilui Nishmat HaTzadeket, Chana Pashe, Bat HaRebbe Shlita, the Biale Rebbe. So Rabbeinu is telling us that when you wake up the angels, so by that the power of speech is waking up inside of you. Like that it's written, Uval Knafayim Yagid Davar. The one that owns the wings, he will say things. He will give you the power to say things. By that you moving your hands with faith, Vayadav Emunah, that your hands are full with faith. By doing that, you wake up the power of the angels. And when the power of the angels awakes, so you can talk. So how you gonna know that you have faith? When you talk to Hashem. If you believe, so the angels are moving their wings and then you can talk. So you need to believe and then you're gonna talk. If you have faith, you talk to Hashem. If you don't talk to Hashem, you can claim to be Dati, you can claim to be Hasid, you can claim to be whatever. Faith you don't have. Because if you would have faith, you would talk to Hashem Yitbarach on all of your issues, because you would know, He's the only one that can solve my issues. He's the only one. You have faith and that's it. When you have wisdoms, so then you go with your wisdoms and you try to make, to do, to act, to achieve. Lack of faith. Can look Haredi, can look Hasidi, can look Dati, can look whatever, Mekubal, Mekupal, everything. Real connection to Hashem, nada, nothing. Why? No faith. Faith in the Creator, this is what we're asking, this is the salvation, this is the solution, that's the truth. The truth is that He is the Creator, means that He is Borei Olam, creates the world in the present. Havaya Baruch Hu, He is in the present. Ubahoveh, He's here with us. Okay, now I need something. I need Hashem to give it to me. Even if it's this book, I know that I cannot take it without Hashem gonna allow me to. This is why before Shmona Esrei, what it means before Shmona Esrei, we finished the brachot. We took 3 steps to the back, we made 3 steps forward, we're with Hashem Yitbarach, we're inside Shmona Esrei. What the first thing we're saying? Hashem, please open my lips, that my mouth will be able to praise you. Because without you, Hashem Yitbarach, I'm not able to speak. You're inside Shmona Esrei already. You're not allowed to blink, you're not allowed to open your mouth. You cannot check your WhatsApps. That's it. You're committed to Hashem Yitbarach completely in that moment. So let's talk. No. You need to ask from Hashem Yitbarach to give you the ability to open your mouth, because you know that's when you're saying it. I know that I'm not able even to tell you, please Hashem, feed me, please Hashem, help me, please Hashem. The minimum I'm not able to do. Unless you're going to give me the power to do that. That's faith. This is why if you don't have that sentence, the Rav Yashiv is writing in one of his shutim, in one of his questions and answers, he's writing over there that if you haven't said that verse, Hashem sfatai tiftach ufi yagid tilatecha, with the right intention, means with the meaning, you thought about the meaning of those words, of that first verse before of Shemona Esrei, if you haven't said those words with the right intention, it's like you haven't prayed Shemona Esrei. If you think that you're praying, it means that you don't do anything. That humility, Moshe Rabbeinu was humble. What it means that Moshe Rabbeinu was humble? He was the man of truth, so he was humble. He wasn't acting humble. He wasn't playing. He wasn't faking. He was really humble. Means that he really realized the truth that he's nothing, that he's worthless, that he's zero, that he's nothing. That he doesn't have no existence if Hashem Yitbarach will not gonna revive him and give him life and build him and give him strength and power. Take a dead person, try to put him standing on his legs. You can't do that. You're not able to do. With 3 people you cannot do that. All of the time you will fall. 3 people gonna try to hold a dead man standing on his legs, cannot do it. Cannot do it. He weighs 1 ton. You cannot hold him. He is falling. You cannot hold him. He was 70 kilograms before he died. Now after he died, 200 kilograms. You can't understand it. If you ever saw a dead person, it's something you can't understand. And now when you're alive, what it means you're alive? Everything is working, all of the systems are working, everything is functioning, the blood is running, air is moving, everything, such amazing things are happening, and you're stable and you can hear and you can balance yourself and you move, and thousands of muscles are moving, and everything is coordinated to the rest, and everything is moving and everything is flowing, and it's all so great, and you feel temperature and you hear and you feel and you understand and you realize, and you know what the machine, what the system is working when you're alive? That's Hashem. That's when Hashem touches you. But when Hashem takes his finger, 200 kilograms, stiff, can't move it, can't hold it, can't take it, can't move it, can't bear it, can't stand it, can't smell it, can't look at it. Why? Because Hashem went. Zachu Shechina b'neihem, purify themselves, so Hashem is between them, and then they love each other, and they enjoy spending time together. Hashem is moving, worst enemies in the world, can kill her, she can kill him, she hates him. Why? He was sneezing. Now he's choosing to sneeze. Now he's coughing. Now. What? Yes, I'm gonna kill him for that. What? On what? Because of what? Now he's coughing. Now when I'm talking to him, he's sneezing. Now he's drinking. What's going on? He's drinking. I'm drinking. What's going on? Hashem went. Hashem is not here. It's not going to work. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Only the one that can make peace in heaven can make peace between us. And without him, we don't have peace. We don't have anything. That's simple faith. So when you realize that you have Hashem Yitbarach with you, so you're not going to talk to me ever. You're not going to talk to no one. You're not going to talk to rabbis. You're not going to talk to rich people. You just, you need to buy a house. Oh, but that house, it costs so many millions of shekels, of dollars, depends. Okay, now what you're going to do? There's no one to talk to. No one to talk to. Only Hashem. And when you go to talk to Hashem Yitbarach, 30 seconds can be enough. 1 minute can be enough. 1 hour can be enough. And you can buy a house that's going to worth $6 million in an hour Hitbodedut. And no one can make $6 million in 1 hour, but you can. Because you connect yourself to Hashem Yitbarach. Because Hashem Yitbarach is endless and His powers are endless. And whatever you need, Hashem can supply in a minute. And now you have a problem, so why He's not supplying it? Go solve your issues with Hashem. Go talk with Hashem. Go fight with Hashem. Go rebuke Hashem. Go be ready to be rebuked by Hashem. Because when you're going to open your mouth, it's going to be Hashem Yitbarach that is talking. And when Hashem Yitbarach is talking, suddenly you hear and you receive wisdom. Because when Hashem Yitbarach is talking, Hu amar vayehi, hu tziva vayamod, suddenly your life is changing. Your life is changing. Your life is changing. When you open your mouth and you start talking to Hashem Yitbarach, you start having Hitbodedut in life, that's it. Your life been changed. You will never going to be the same again. Never going to be the same again. Because you opened a channel for Hashem Yitbarach inside your life, and that's it. And fresh water are already inside the system, and they're going to do their job. Water are quiet, and they're penetrating, they're going down, they're entering into the darkness, and they're watering, and they're washing, and they're purifying, and they're cleansing, and they're changing, and they're giving life to things that were asleep for years. And suddenly when you start searching for yourself and you're asking, I want to be who that I am, I'm looking for myself, and suddenly you realize that yourself is not the same one that you thought that you are before. And suddenly you realize that you're a new person, and you now need to learn how to live with yourself, with your new you, that it's actually you, that you were just denying for so many years, and suddenly, that's me. And you realize I'm a Jew, and you realize I love to pray, and you realize I have a lot to fix and I want to fix, and you realize that you have powers, and you can find yourself standing and talking to Hashem Yitbarach, to talk, something that was so foreign for you, so weird for you. If you a few years ago would think that someone is standing and talking to the Creator, you would define him as crazy, fruitcase. You just kick him off your eyesight. But today, you can find yourself 3 hours talking to Hashem, laughing with Hashem in Hitbodedut. Mishuga, mad, metoraf, lunatic. Yeah. Right? It's a mess, it's a problem. I'm sorry I put you into it. I don't know. You can't turn the wheel back, and malasot, there's no advice. Just to make another step into the water. Just to make another step into the water. You know, there is an argument about Nachshon ben Aminadav in Masechet Sotah. What was happening over there before he jumped into the water? So there is one assumption that Rabbi Meir is saying, I think it's Rabbi Meir is saying, that the tribes, Binyamin and Yehuda, were arguing if to jump or not to jump. Rabbi Meir is saying that they were arguing who will jump first. They were busy and thinking who will jump first. Both of the tribes, Yehuda and Binyamin, they wanted to jump into the water. And while they were arguing, so Nachshon ben Aminadav already went and jumped. Rabbi Yehuda is arguing on that, and he's saying, listen, they were arguing who will not gonna jump first. They were afraid to jump. And while they were arguing, Nachshon ben Aminadav, he jumped into the water. So what for sure is true, what we know for sure from both of those opinions, that Nachshon ben Aminadav, he jumped into the water. That's we know for sure. And that's the issue. That's the main thing. If you want to make a change in the world, so jump into the water. Don't wait that the water will open. Don't argue, yes, I'm gonna, no, you're not gonna, no, you're gonna, no, I'm not. Don't, drop it. You want the sea to open, jump into the sea. Until today, people were trying to do the best. It's like a pyramid. You put the strongest stones in the bottom. You want to build a building. So the foundations, the strongest, the iron, the cement, you're going to put it in the bottom. The result going to be that the strongest part, you will not going to see it. You're not going to praise it. When you're going to come to that house in the end, you're going to look at the lamps, at the doors, at the handles, at the bookcase. You're going to say, wow, such an amazing house. And that's not the house. The house is the foundations of the house. You know how deep the house is going into the ground? This is the house. We have a bomb shelter under the house. This is the house. This is why it's such a good house. Because we put thousands of pounds of cement and iron into the walls, into the foundations of the house. So this is why it's such an... You can put those lamps today. Not because of the lamp. So also today. You look at yourself and you say, hey, I'm so weak, I'm zero, I'm nothing, I'm not a Baal Tfilah, I'm not a Talmid Chacham, I'm not righteous, I'm nothing. But when people are coming today to Judaism, they see you and they're enjoying you. Even that you are just a fancy lamp, even that you're just a very soft sofa, even that you're nothing when you really measure your importance in the house. Okay, it's all really based and leaning and counting on the foundations of Tanaim, Amoraim, our ancestors, Rashi HaKadosh, the Tosfot, the Mefarshim, great. Really on them, they are the building. But it doesn't mean that you don't have a job. Really, people mostly gonna enjoy from you. Because today you have the best house in the world. Really, you're not enjoying the foundations, even that they are the house. Really, from the side of truth, they're the house. Yeah, it's true. But I need the handle, and I need the table, and I need the cup, and that's how I enjoy the house. So we have a very important job to smile to the world, to shine to people, to light the light of Hashem to the world. To understand that Hashem Yitbarach came to that point already that He wants to open the doors of Beit HaMikdash. Okay, it's already built. In every generation, the righteous people were building the Mishkan. And every righteous man put his brick, put his beam of wood into that amazing Mishkan. But today, it's time to open the curtain, to open the door, to smile, to say, Shalom Aleichem, welcome, come in. Here they're calling. My wife, she's calling me. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing. And move on. The truth is that we have our mission. We have our job. We have our mission and we have our job. We need to be happy that that's our job. And we need to go and to do our job in the best way that we can. We need to believe that we have a mission. Okay, I'm not a Tana. I'm not supposed to be a Tana. It's not my job to be a Tana. Okay, I'm not a Goen. I'm not a Gaon. And I'm not going to be a Gaon. And I'm not supposed to be a Gaon. It's not my job to be a Gaon. Okay, so I'm not going to be a Gaon. So why I'm going to keep on dreaming and become to be Gaon, become to be Talmid Chacham? I'm not righteous. Okay, am I supposed to be righteous? No, I'm supposed to do my job. You know what I'm doing the best? I'm standing back up on my legs after I'm falling. I'm doing the best. Okay, so maybe that's my job. So for that I need to fall 1,000 times in my life again and again and again and again. Okay, so that's my job. What can I do? Those are my skills. That's what I know how to do the best. To stand up back on my legs after I'm crushing into the rocks. To stand back on my legs and to say, okay, I'm going to start again. In that I'm good. In that I'm the best. That I know how to do the best. Not to give up when I just crushed thousands of miles into the rocks. That's it. And to say, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to drag myself. I'm going to carve myself back from the rocks. I'm going to start again. In that I'm good. So why that I won't do that? Because I don't want to fall. But that's what I know. I know how to fall. The best fallings I have. The best fallings in the world. No one can fail like me. No one. I don't know anyone that can fail like I fail. I don't know. I never seen at least. And then after I'm crushing, after I'm failing, I know also how to find powers from nowhere. I don't know how. But it's part of what that I have in my nefesh, in my neshama. It's my power. That's who that I am. I know how to say, against all odds, it's going to be okay. And to start walking with no legs. Start doing things with no hands. Buying houses with no money. I know, I already done that. I know how to do that. We have a center here, more than a year, with no money. I bought 2 houses with no money. With no money. You think I'm lying, I understand. You have lack of faith in Chachamim, I understand. I understand it. But really, yesterday night I said to my wife, that's the evidence that I'm not lying. She was there when we bought the second house. I told her, okay, in the first house we had miracles, no doubt, we had miracles. But we also had support. But we had miracles. You cannot ignore the miracles that we had. This is why Rav Shalom Arush, in his book, Forest Fields, he decided to write my story because we had miracles on that house, even though that we had support. But you cannot ignore from the fact that we had support. The second house, we bought with no money, and we fixed it all in almost $100,000 with no money. And you're going to say, okay, so how did you pay it? With money, but we didn't have it. So how did we pay it? We didn't took no loan. And we had only miracles. And I told you some of them. And some of them I haven't told you yet. But we just saw miracles. And they all came only by Hitbodedut. Because when I decided that we need to buy another house, and I didn't want to sell the first one, so I started to go to the field and to do Hitbodedut. And when I went to my rabbi and I told him I want to buy a house, should I sell the first one, or what to do? So he said, let's pray. And after 2 days, the person came to me and told me, hey, you remember that house that once we were thinking about buying it together? It's for sale again, maybe. I told him, yes, I believe in the blessing of Arav. I'm taking it. Say that yes, that I want it. And then I didn't have no money. Really. Just like that. Just I had hours on hours on hours on hours of figuring out the situation with Hashem. Hashem, you can do it. Hashem, you can. I was strengthening Hashem. I gave power to Hashem. Hashem, you can do it. Hashem, believe in yourself. Hashem, you can do it. Hashem, you can buy me a house. I cannot buy a house. Without you, I cannot buy a house. That's the avodah. That's the avodah. Now, this is how we're going to buy a building. For the Emunah Center, we're going to buy a building, a whole building, 3, 4, 5 floors in Rechavia, huge building. You're going to see a castle, 5 floors, 4 floors, huge backyard. We're going to have a swimming pool. What do we need? Mikveh, everything. Everything, I promise you, you're going to see. You're going to be Dror Moshe witnesses. בחנוני נא בזאת, אם לא אפתח לכם את ארובות השמיים והריקותי לכם ברחת בלי די. You're gonna see. You're all gonna be millionaires, billionaires. You won't know, you're not gonna know what to do with your money. I promise you. It's simple. Because that's the will of Hashem. Why we spoke about all of that gaze situation 2-3 days before that horrible terror attack, crazy attack, massacre in Orlando. Why Hashem gave me the advice to talk about it before? Because Hashem Yitbarach, He knew that all of the rabbis, all of them, will fail in understanding the massacre in Orlando. He knew it, Hashem, He knew it. It was obvious that everyone will fail. Because everyone will see that to that murderer, they called him Omer, great. And that he was the 50th one. And he killed 49. And we were counting 49 days. And it happened in Shavuot that it's the 50th day. And gays. And all of the stories. And whatever. And everyone will see it. So he knew that people will fail in understanding this situation. And they're going to think that he punished them on being gays by killing them in Shavuot, that it's the time of Kabbalat Torah, that it's not allowed to be gay by the rules of the Torah, so he was punishing them in Shavuot. And he knew that people, all of the rabbis will fail figuring out this situation. Because it's obvious that you're going to fail. But he didn't want the world really not to know his heart. So Hashem, Ya'iv Chokhmah lechakimin, He gives the wisdom to the wise. And people that are throwing themselves into the water, they're putting Hashem Yitbarach in a situation that He doesn't have a choice. When you're saying to Hashem Yitbarach, listen Hashem, I'm now going into that cliff, into the air, I'm walking now on air, and you just close your eyes and you make a step, you put Hashem Yitbarach in a situation that He doesn't have a choice. If He wants you alive, He needs to put something under your legs. And if He doesn't want you alive, so okay, you're going to fall. But if you know that He wants you alive, and you understand it, you can walk on air. And you force Hashem Yitbarach, and it's not to count on miracles. When you have faith, it's not miracles at all. It's a miracle when you don't pray. When you have salvation and you don't pray, so it's a miracle. Hashem made that miracle for you, and you're not worthy. But when you pray, so it's a natural thing. That's how Hashem made the world to work, that when you pray, you are answering. Hashem is answering you. You've been answered. Everyone that is lengthening in his prayers will never gonna come back empty-handed. He will be answered. So if you pray, you put Hashem Yitbarach in a situation that He needs to solve it. So when I'm going into the mercy of Hashem Yitbarach and I'm just exposing the mercy of Hashem, I'm just telling on Him that His mercy, His hands are tied, He cannot stop it. Because I'm going into it. Inside the classes and inside my Hitbodedut and inside my life, I'm reminding Him, Hashem Yitbarach, you're not going to do nothing bad. That's it. You're finishing judgments because it's not really you. And let's face it and let's talk about it. And I'm going to remind you. And I'm bringing more verses and more evidence for that. And I'm forcing Him to admit in who that He really is. So when I make another step into that gaze club in the middle of the night, so Hashem Yitbarach he have to put something under my leg, under my footstep, because he wants me alive, because he's not going to let me fall. And if I'm going to speed up and going to start running into the darkness, he's going to have to speed up with me, because he wants me alive, because he wants me to do it, because it's his will that we're going to reveal his kindness and his mercy. Just people, they feel comfortable to be honorable, to be rabbis, to be rich, to do pidionot, and to be important, and to buy properties, and to sit and learn Torah. I was in the Biale Rebbe's house. I saw him sitting in front of a huge, gigantic table, sitting with open books, and he's telling me, you need to sit and learn also. I told him, I'm jealous at you, I'm envious, I don't know what to do. I can't. He told me, without that I cannot, I have to learn. And he needs to learn. And me, I don't need to learn. Why I don't need to learn? It's not really that I don't need to learn. I must learn, I have to learn. But I know that I'm going to serve Hashem Yitbarach if I'm going to learn, if I'm not going to learn, if I'm going to be holy, if I'm going to fail in the worst things in the world. I know that my heart is committed to Hashem Yitbarach under the Shulchan Aruch, in hell, with no legs, with no arms, with no hands, with no heart, with no eyes. Is it matter? The existence of Hashem Yitbarach going to change if I'm going to have a heart or not going to have a heart? If I'm going to see that woman or not going to see that woman? Is the existence of Hashem Yitbarach going to change if I'm going to hear Goyish music or not going to hear Goyish music? Is it going to change something in the world? In the existence of Hashem Yitbarach, if I'm going to be holy, going to learn, not going to learn? No. So now Hashem is canceling me from Torah, and I'm going 4 times a week to the supermarket to make shoppings. I don't care. I'm hanging out with Hashem between the cucumbers. I'm very happy. I don't mind. You care. For you it's bothering you. No, it's a very stressful thing. Every day to the supermarket. Yes, twice. Today already, and it's 12. I've been in 2 supermarkets, and I have a plan to be in the 3rd one at 1:30 after we're picking up Israel Nathan, my child, from kindergarten. My life. I sent Chaim a picture from the supermarket. I hanged up my conversation with Obi from the supermarket. And Chaim is telling me, you have a lot of free time in your hands.
That's supermarket.
Super Mario. But what that I am achieving between the cucumbers, you cannot achieve in front of the open Gemara. I promise you. I promise you that. Because Hashem Yitbarach can make wonders with Gemara, without Gemara. He's making wonders to the ones that are attached to Him, that are connected to Him. Not to the ones that are learning Gemara. And I'm not saying don't learn Gemara, I'm saying learn Gemara. Because inside the Gemara you can find Hashem Yitbarach so concentrate. Everything is focusing and bringing all of the rivers are coming into the sea, bringing you into the faith. The verses are all talking about that. From the cucumbers to see Hashem Yitbarach, it's complex. You need to have eyes for that. You need to have tefillot for that. You need to have effort for that. You need to have midot for that. You cannot lose your temper. If you lose your temper, you lost Hashem. If you're angry in the middle of the supermarket, you're frustrated from the time, from what's going on, what I'm going to do, you lost Hashem. So you cannot lose Hashem Yitbarach. If you lost Hashem, you lost it. You're stuck in the supermarket. But when you hold Hashem Yitbarach, so then you're with Hashem Yitbarach. You're beyond the place. You're not in the supermarket at all. You're just Shivti bevet Hashem. I'm with Hashem. You feel the presence of Hashem Yitbarach with you in the supermarket. You can do Hitbodedut, you can talk with Hashem, you feel His presence, you have personal supervision, private supervision, you feel close to Hashem, you talk to Hashem, you do tshuva, Hashem is rebuking you, you love the rebuke, you do tshuva, you do more tshuva, you enjoy it, you can enjoy it. Welcome. We have a new guest, Yosef. People are coming to the center of the universe. Thank you very much, guys. חזק וברוך. בעולם מתמלא עליו רחמים וישועות גדולות. אמן כן יהי רצון.